And we're live. Testing, 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 testing. Oh, this week is going to be very, very difficult. Very difficult week. Very difficult week. Who should we transfer in? Hi, how are you, Jack? Are you ready for this game week? Let me put some music. Let me put some music. Hopefully this is not too loud. Let me know if it's loud or something. Let's check the streamers. There we go. So who are you captaining? Of course it's gonna be Salah. Sounds fine. Good. Oh, maybe I'll lower it a little bit actually. Still the morning. Semenyo? You're captaining Semenyo. Home to Newcastle. Yeah, not a bad shout. Because the Newcastle players are tired, I guess. It's not a bad shout to captain Semenyo. I mean, if I had him when I captain him, you know what? I might. Because I hate captaining a player from the first game of the game week. You know that Gandhi quote? Never back the early kickoff. So yeah, I mean Salah at home should play 90. Everton are conceding chances. But yeah, if I had Semenyo, I'd definitely think about him. My vice is Watkins because I don't trust anybody else in this team. But yeah, I didn't make a transfer this week. I was thinking what transfer I could make. Because Mateta apparently, Glasner wasn't that sure about his minutes. He's like, oh, Mateta's getting tired and stuff. Now I'm wondering, if he doesn't play, I'm in deep trouble. I'm already playing Grinders away to Arsenal, which is not the best thing. But I guess some people are playing Grinders and Haaland away to Arsenal. And they have Arsenal players. So I should have some sort of advantage this week. Because some people have Gyökeres, Haaland, Reinders, Gabriel, Raya. That's like 5 players, 5 premium players in one team that you have to play. But yeah, I also have Fernandes and Buemo, but this is the last, I would say, very difficult game for them, apart from Liverpool down the line. But like they have a stretch of good fixtures. But yeah, Mateta's worrying me because I'm not sure if he's gonna play or he's gonna be subbed off early. But West Ham away, that's one of the best games that he could get. I'm not gonna use a transfer this week because next week is when I get Haaland. So next week it'll be something like this. We get Haaland, and then we have to find 3.4 million from somewhere. And that's when we remove Salah and then get, I don't know if we're gonna get Ndiaye. He has Liverpool this week, but next week he would have West Ham at home. So if we look at next week, where is he? Yeah, West Ham at home, and then some Monday game. I love these games. Pablo, he says, is wildcarding ideal in match week 6 for us non-hound owner? Do you suggest another week? Wildcard 6. Okay, so there's a lot of people wildcarding this week, and in my latest video I said if you want a wildcard, just try to hold on for 6. I think 6 is a very, very good wildcard week, way better than this week, because this week you would want to get some Arsenal players and City players, but then you're stuck with them and they're playing each other, so you're missing out a little bit. However, I mean, this was a wildcard 5 plan, but if we do the same team but for game week 6, it suddenly looks much better. Then you can get yeah, you can get 3 players from City and Arsenal. So this is what my team would look like if I was wildcarding next week, I would say. So because you need Arsenal and you have Gyökeres, you need the City, of course. The thing with City, like Reinders is nailed, Haaland is nailed. Like, you have to get these 2 players. Reinders is playing every minute, by the way. People thought he might not play. He's also playing a little bit high up. I wonder if getting Donnarumma is worth it, though. I wonder. I'm not sure. But yeah, this is a team I would get. Maybe not even Kudus, but maybe I'll downgrade Kudus, by the way. Like, who can we get? Who's a cheap player? Dewsbury Hall? But then we wouldn't want 2 Everton players. That's the thing. What's a cheap? I mean, there's always, what's his name? Anderson, but with Postecoglou coming in, is he gonna play all the time? I don't know. But let's say we get Sar, 5 million. We got 2 million in the bank. I mean, you could literally get Donnarumma if you really want as well. Anderson, Lacroix. I mean, this guy can become Gabriel. Real want. Yeah, it's a wild card. Yeah, I would wait till 6, basically. Because you don't need Haaland away to Arsenal. That's not saying that he can't score against Arsenal. Of course he can score against Arsenal. He can score against anybody. But statistically, numbers-wise, he will have the hardest time scoring against, of course, the best defense in the league. Hell, maybe even the world right now. So you could wait 1 more week. You shouldn't be that in a hurry, in my opinion. But yeah, this is like a potential wildcard 6 if you want. You could do a million things, but yeah, let's see what happens, because you know, some players might get injured, suspended, rotated. Yeah, there's a lot of games this week, so let's see what happens. Imagine Haaland gets injured, then all this plan changes completely. But yeah, let me go back to my team. So this is my team at the moment. Am I happy with it? It's okay. I was going for Watkins, but changed my mind for 1 hour ago. You were going for Watkins, what, captain, you mean? Or like getting Watkins? Because nobody's getting Watkins. I already lost 0.2. I've never lost 0.2 on any player I've ever owned in my FPL career. But I can't sell him before Sunderland away and Burnley at home. I just can't do it. That's not to say that Sunderland haven't been playing badly. They've been playing very well, to be fair. But Aston Villa, come on, they have to score. Imagine going 5 games, 0 goals. Has that ever happened? I think I remember this happening to Crystal Palace a few years ago, where they went 5 games without scoring a goal. The longest streak PL going without a goal. Oh, it's also Crystal Palace. Okay, the longest run without scoring a Premier League goal was set by Crystal Palace in 94-95, when they failed to score in 9 consecutive games. Oh wow. Oh wow, that's crazy. Imagine that happens to Aston Villa. Jacques says, Last year I went once with Mbuemo as my captain against the team who had the worst defense in the league. Brentford won big, but Mbuemo didn't score and no assists. Since that time, I'm a bit afraid. Yeah, well, but just because that happens, I mean, I remember captaining Kane against at home to Swansea or Leeds or whatever. I remember captaining Salah against Bournemouth and Liverpool won 9, was it 9-1 or 9-0? That's not last year, that's like 2 years ago. Firmino got like a hat-trick, Mane got a hat-trick or something. I don't know. Everybody scored except Salah. Salah maybe even... Did he even get an assist? I think he got 1 assist. Wait, let me see. I can't even spell it. Liverpool 9. There you go. Yeah. Diaz scored twice. Harvey Elliott, Arnold, Firmino scored twice. Van Dijk, Methamo goal, Carvalho. I don't even think Salah got an assist that week. He played the 90 minutes. Yeah, look. He played 90 minutes. He just didn't get a goal. And they scored 9. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, but like... With the... What's it called? With FPL, you just have to go with the numbers, the statistics. And the numbers say... He has the best game. I mean, if we look at their defense... Let's look at Everton's defense. We got... let's just pick Pickford, and we can look at the expected goals conceded. 2.07 away to Leeds, 2.43 home to Brighton, 1.11 away to Wolves. I mean, this is terrible. Like, this is good for Everton, I mean, but it's terrible coming from Villa. Like, that's it? That's all they could do? 0.54? So they're a solid defense, don't get me wrong. But they haven't played the best attacking teams, Everton. But they're about to. They're about to play City, Crystal Palace, Liverpool, United. They're shit defensively, but they're good offensively. Newcastle, Bournemouth. Yeah, they're gonna start getting a rough run. But yeah, I don't know. I think Salah could get something. Salah's XGI hasn't been great, I guess. I mean, here it could have been 0, by the way, because that's the penalty. A penalty is usually 0.79. So Salah's XG was technically 0. Against Arsenal it was 0.05. Against Newcastle is 0. Bournemouth 0.26. Yeah, the guy's not attacking that much in terms of like taking shots and stuff. Even assists wise, yeah, not so good. Yeah, his XGI is not good at all. But he is my captain because I don't see any other brilliant option. I mean, I would love to captain Mbuemo, for example, but Chelsea are a very good defense, and I'd love to captain Mateta, but I'm not even sure he plays the entire entire game because of what Glasner said. So Glasner press conference. So we go here. So Nketiah, who might be taking Mateta's spot. So he says, Eddie is a bit different. He missed all the preseason, but he looked very good in training today and on Wednesday when he had a really intense session. Let's see how the game is going. But those players looked very sharp in training. I mean, he hasn't played any minutes yet, so would he start? I don't think so. Sometimes as a striker you have to work a lot and you bring in fresh legs, which makes it difficult for the defenders because the defenders get fatigue as well. It's good to have Eddie back, but not just for this season. We always want to have every player available. That's why we're always working hard. And then here, on managing Jean-Philippe Mateta's workload. So he says, usually strikers always want to play every single minute. JP is the same, and it's just having the option to rest him, which is good. If you need a goal, you want the players on the pitch who have showed they can score goals. In games that are tight or we need a goal, that's why we always kept him on the pitch. Please keep him on the pitch for one more week because I'm selling him next week. Pablo says, I guess that the worst thing about wildcard in Game Week 6 is that you can't triple captain Haaland against Burnley. What other fixture do you think has triple? Well, there's a lot actually. Here, I'll show you. Game week 13, home to Leeds. Game week 15, home to Sunderland. Game week 17, home to West Ham. Are you telling me Burnley is worse than West Ham? No. Are they worse than... That's it. Are they worse than West Ham? No. Are they worse? Are they that much worse than Leeds or Sunderland? No. And you got 3 home games. Look, home to Leeds, home to Sunderland, home to West Ham, away to Sunderland in game week 19. That's your last chance. Yeah, no, you got other opportunities. Don't you shouldn't have the, you know, like the fear of missing out. You're not gonna miss out. And that's coming from someone who might triple captain him in the next game week. So I'll show you my plan. So this is this game week, which is doing nothing. Next week I move from Salah to Di, and then Mateta to Holland, and then triple captain. Would Watkins be my vice? I'll put Mbuemo because he's playing his old team. But yeah, I'll triple captain. But again, you're gonna get other opportunities to triple captain. So 7 apparently. Who did I get in 7? I don't know what I did. It doesn't matter. You know, you don't even have to. Okay, you can triple captain Holland in 8 against Everton. Or you can wait and triple captain Palmer. By the way, does it have to be Holland? It doesn't have to be Holland. You can triple captain Palmer at home to Sunderland, or at home to Wolves, because they can't defend for shit, or away to Burnley. So many options, my friend. You have so many options. I wouldn't stress about it at all, I swear. Just like, what is a triple captain? It's just one more captaincy. So it's like, because when you captain a player, it's like you have that player twice. And then a triple captain would have that player 3 times. It's not gonna destroy you as long as you captain him. Unless, so basically, if everybody's triple captaining Holland and you're captaining someone else, yeah, then it's bad, because every goal is gonna hurt a lot. But if he gets like 10-12 points, sure, you're missing out on 12 points. But when you triple captain, let's say you get 5 or 6 points, that's already like a few points that you've made up. Don't think too much about the triple captain. It's not that serious. It might be serious if there was like a double game week. Yeah, okay. And there's like a differential captain that you can't get to, so you don't even own the player. Then it gets a little bit tricky. But single game week, triple captain, it's not that scary. Don't let it change your entire, you know, plan. If you think you have to wildcard game week 6, then wildcard game week 6. I wouldn't let a triple captaincy stop me. But yeah, what do you guys think I should do though? What do you guys think I should do? By the way, if you guys want to send over your IDs, we can check your teams out, and we can give you some pointers or some advice. Or you can give me advice. I have 1 transfer, and I'm trying to save two free transfers for next week, because I want to get Holland. So Mateta becomes Holland, Salah becomes NDI. But that's next week. But yeah, guys, if you want me to, like, if you want to look at your team, we could do that. Just send over your ID. How much time do you have left? We have 40 minutes left until deadline. Let's see, what if there's news? Let's check Twitter. Oh, there's Formula 1 later. Did any of you guys watch Formula 1? It's looking very tasty, this Formula 1 weekend. Okay. Planet FPL. They're captaining Semenyo as well. There's 786,000 in the world, which is way better than my current rank. But let's see if there's news. Is there news? Is there news? No news. Let's look at other people's teams. Let's look at other people's team. Oh, Pablo sent his ID. Alright, let's look at Pablo's team first. So we go here. We go click to change. So we click this. We go. Press plan. Is that Ronaldo O'Brien? I haven't seen Ronaldo in any of the teams. What rank are you, by the way? Does it say here somewhere? I forgot if it says. I think it said earlier. Let me see. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're doing good. Trust me, 4 million is pretty good. And 66 points. That's excellent. Way better than what I did. Way better than what I did last week. So yeah, you have a similar team to mine, by the way. Like, you also have Gakpo, you also have Watkins and Mateta. Raya's fine at home to City. They could easily keep a clean sheet. It's one of those games where they either go crazy or like ends like 0-0. Is Murillo definitely out? Because I would. So O'Brien is a center back. I might actually keep O'Brien if I were you. I'd maybe do this. How many transfers? We have 4 transfers. Wait, is this your team? Honestly, I don't know how my team has done as well as it has. Brother, you have 4 transfers. Why are you thinking of wildcarding? But yeah, it's tricky. Like, what do you do with these 4 transfers? Like, I would have gotten Senesi last week, to be fair, if I were you. But yeah, there's not. I mean, I would try to improve Damsgaard. And Sar. Bro. Fulkrug. It's a bit tricky. Because you should have transferred Fulkrug out a while ago, I would say. And use the money to maybe improve these spots. But the thing is, there aren't that many good players. There aren't that many good cheap midfielders, I mean. Poro. Mohammed is saying Poro or Agbadu, Reinders or Verts, who to start? Of course, start Verts. Reinders plays against the best defense in the league. So, again, when I choose these players, guys, of course the other player could do well. So of course Reinders could score. Like, for example, in my team, I have to play Reinders. Do I want to play Reinders? No. I think that's one fixture I wouldn't want to play him in, but I have to. And could he get something? Of course he could. They're Man City after all, so they could get something. But yeah, to answer your question, Reinders or Verts? Of course Verts. Poro or Agbadu? Poro plays Brighton away. Agbadu, Wolves play Leeds at home. I'd still go Poro. Still go fancy. Let's get Poro. Jacques says, no, Pablo says, honestly, don't know. Oh, yeah. Jacques says, Burnley has the worst defense out with 6 goals against. I think I'll go Holland triple captain next week. Yeah, that's what everybody's doing, basically. Everybody's going for this triple captain. But even if you couldn't, like Pablo was saying, he wants to, but you might wildcard, which is, by the way, something crazy. Why would you wildcard with 4 transfers, Pablo? I think you're doing very well. And next week you would have you'd have 5 transfers. You don't need it. So like next week, this is what you could do. You could let's say, for example, this is just an example. You don't have to necessarily do this, but like, look, you only use 2 of the 5 and you already have Holland. And then, oh, you don't have Reinders. I just realized. But yeah, like you could get like Reinders. Let's get Reinders. Just to see what the team could look like. Like when you have 5 transfers, that's as good as a wild card. You know what I mean? Like, that's pretty sick. Yeah, ideally you should have Van de Ven, Senesi. Those are the best players to have. But look at this team. Is it bad? No, it's beautiful. I love this team. Maybe you can let go of Gakpo. Let's say Sar is back. Even if he has Liverpool. Liverpool aren't defending that well. Yeah, bro, you can do a mini wildcard with 5 transfers. You still have one more. Like, who would you get? Who would I get? You could have gotten Semenyo as well. You see, like you could do this. What else? I don't know. Is Spence even playing? Has he even played a single game? Spence? I don't think he has played a single game. Spence. What am I saying? He's played all the games. Oh no, I'm confusing Spence with Odogi. Sorry, yeah, Spence has played games. I don't know why he only played 20 minutes, 70 minutes there, but yeah. Well, let me catch up with the chat. Zachary says, "Hi man, would you choose Doku or Haaland? I know it's kind of obvious, but Doku is on fire." I mean, imagine I say choose Doku. Like, that would be crazy. Like, the guy isn't even playing 90 minutes every week, so why would I? You guys shouldn't be watching me at all if I say play Doku over Haaland. Look at Doku's minutes: 65, 36, 18, 76. Like, forget how good Haaland is, or how good Doku is. Forget that Haaland has penalties. Like, you want your player on the pitch, you know, to get the points. If he's not on the pitch, he can't get any points. So just go with Haaland. Don't get fancy. And now, because I said this, you're gonna see Doku score like a brace or something. Imagine. No, but just play it smart, man. Juan Manuel Vasquez says, "Hi Hassan, please best replacement for Zubimendi." You had Zubimendi. Didn't he score like 2 goals, by the way, last week? I think he scored 2 goals, right? Was it last week or the week before? Yeah. Did you play him? Did you play him, Juan? Because if you did, you really, you know, struck gold. But yeah, you want to remove him, and you have 0.4 in the bank. How much is he? 5.4. So you could get 5.8. I mean, do you have to move him on? Is he like, I don't know. Can you send your team over so we can look at your team? Oh, you played him. That's amazing, man. Christian says, thoughts on Xavi Simons as a differential? He's a good differential, I would say. Spurs have excellent fixtures. How many minutes did he get last week? 70 minutes. So he's building up the minutes. I think he'll start to get 90s pretty soon. He didn't have the best of performances, I would say, in terms of XGI. And remember, West Ham were 1 man down. But yeah, he has excellent fixtures. He has Brighton away, Wolves at home, Leeds away, Villa at home, Everton away. These are 5 excellent fixtures. So if you believe Spurs are going to be doing well offensively, because defensively they've been amazing, by the way, but offensively, I don't know. But for 7 million, I guess it's not that bad of a decision. One says, yeah, he used them. Tammy says, will you bench boost Dubravka instead of Reinders and Diouf? What, this week? Because that's my bench boost, I think, in game week 8 or something. But this week, Steve, you said Dubravka, Steve, yeah, so they're home to Forest. Reinders away to Arsenal, which is fine on a bench boost. And Diouf home to Crystal Palace. Yeah, I could do it right now. So, and you're saying you might do it. Yeah, sure. If that's your bench, so if your bench looks like this, because my bench, I have you, so I can't do it. But if, let's say you was someone else, and this was my bench, would I do it? The nice thing is that they're playing at home. Like, I'm never going to bench boost 2 defensive players, or 3 in this case, if they're not at home. Players that play at home usually perform way better in front of the home crowd, and they tend to concede fewer goals. Because they have to impress the crowd. They'd rather not lose than win, almost, if you think about it. I mean, if you've checked your team down the line and you think this is the best bench you'll have, then go for it. If this is the best bench that you'll have from now till game week 19, then go for it. Pablo says, God, I just thought that it was easier to wildcard since many of my players' value has dropped, so it was harder to make the money work. You can always make the money work, as long as you don't have Salah and Haaland at the same time, because now they're going to cost you about 29 million, both of them. So I would say, yeah, man, like if you don't have Haaland and Salah at the same time, you shouldn't be that strapped for money. It should be fine. Like I was showing you the and you don't even need to wildcard, Pablo. You have 5 transfers next week and you have 4 this week. You're doing very well, like very, very well, trust me. Christian says thank you. Yep, welcome. Demi says great points, sir. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thanks. Keep the questions coming in, guys. If you want to share your team ID, I don't mind looking at your team. So this team right here, this is Pablo's team. He shared the ID in chat and we opened it up and everybody can basically give their opinions. So this is his current team. He has 4 free transfers, which is excellent, by the way, that he's managed to hold on. He's a very patient manager, and I think patience will be rewarded. I think this week, for example, being patient on Watkins, Mateta, I think you'll be rewarded. Players like, I don't know who else, maybe Sar might get something. Demi sent over his team. Let's look at Demi's team. By the way, guys, if you haven't liked this stream, please give it a like. It helps me quite a lot. And if you're not subscribed, if you think this is fun and enjoyable, then subscribe. Of course, you're not forced to. I don't drop that many videos during the week because I work full-time. It's pretty difficult, but I do drop at least 1 video. So, and I think that'll be useful for you guys. But yeah, so this is Demi's team. By the way, your team is looking very, very good. Are you planning to play wood? That's the thing with this new manager. I swear it's so weird that they fired Nuno Espirito Santo. Because now you're not sure, like, is Wood gonna play? Because last game week, he only played how many minutes? I think he was taken off at the 59th minute or something, which is crazy. Like, it's very unlucky. Let me see. Yeah, that's so unlucky. 59th, like 1 more minute, you gotta have gotten the extra point. Yeah, you're playing Wood. Yeah, I knew it. I knew you're gonna play Wood. Your bench is Dubravka, Estev, Reinders, and Diouf. So let's see. So your team. By the way, you're a very patient man for having Rodgers and Watkins. I still have Watkins, but if I have both of them and they're blanking every week, I'll be very upset. You know what? Your team looks very good. You don't need to do anything. You don't need to do anything. You can just hold on this 1 more week, and next week you'll have 2 free transfers. You'll be able to get Haaland, or I mean, you have to get Haaland, but who for? I don't know. Imagine Watkins scores a couple of goals this week. Would you take him out next week? I guess that's the question for next week. Let's look at this week though. So bench is Dubravka, Stev, Reinders, and Diouf. So let's put Diouf outside. So this is your bench, you're saying. Your team looks good, trust me. I wouldn't do anything. Agbadou, let's see Agbadou's numbers actually. Let me just see Agbadou. I haven't been following Wolves that closely. I know they've been losing quite a lot. And they had a record. Okay, they lost literally every single game. But Agbadou's been hitting those defensive contributions, it seems, right? Yeah, 14. I'm surprised they didn't get some against City, because City attacked quite a lot. Usually if the team holds possession for a long time, their defenders don't get defensive contributions, unless you're Van Dijk apparently, because he keeps getting them. But yeah, Agbadou's pretty good. Home to Leeds. You know, Leeds are defending quite well, but I don't think they're attacking as good as they're defending. I mean, let's see the history. So game week 1, Leeds 1-0. 5-0 loss against Arsenal. Okay. 0-0 against Newcastle. 1-0. Yeah, they've only scored 1 goal. Or 2 goals. 1 goal? 1 goal. So yeah, you could play what's his name? Agbadu at home. Absolutely. It's not a guaranteed clean sheet, but again, he's a center back, he's at home. What's not to like? Way better than Diouf, in my opinion. And even Estev, I would say. Well, the rest of your team looks amazing. You just have to pray that Aston Villa score their first goal. Imagine going 5 weeks without scoring. Demi says, wildcard next week, so why I'm not making any transfers? Yeah, no, but when you wildcard next week, it's not a bad thing to have 2 free transfers, because you know they changed the rule last year. You get to keep those two or 3 or 4, whatever. You get to keep your transfers going forward, because the year before that, when you saved 2 free transfers and wildcarded, you lost the free transfers, which was very silly in my opinion. So that's a good change they made. Now you get to keep those, even if you wildcard. Demi says, getting Holland for Watkins or Wood. Yeah, let's just like wait. Let's see what happens this week. If Watkins, if they play terribly against Sunderland, I guess, yeah, I guess this guy, see you later. You know what I mean? And then you can get DI or something. I don't know. Ndoye, no, not Ndoye, DI. I was gonna say get like Fernandez, but you already have Fernandez, who's really annoying me because he's playing super. I knew he was gonna play deep, but he's playing deep the entire 90 minutes. Like what I thought was going to happen was he plays deep the first 70 minutes, and then towards the end, maybe when Amorim substitutes a few players out, he could push forward. But that's not happening, which is very unfortunate. But at least he's getting defensive contributions and he's on penalties and stuff. So. Pablo says, do you play Champions League fantasy? No, Pablo, I don't. I think it's harder in a sense that we don't know most of the teams, and to find hidden gems is a little bit harder. So I know all 20 Premier League teams. I know all their players. I know all their statistics. I know literally every single thing about them. But I don't have the same knowledge for the fringe, you know, Champions League teams, because you got teams from Kazakhstan, you got teams from different countries, Romania or whatever. Everybody knows like Paris Saint-Germain and those big teams, of course, but to truly play it properly, you need to have some sort of knowledge about the little teams, and that's something I don't have. Like, I know a few players from Club Brugge and stuff like that, and Monaco, but yeah, I think it's a lot of work, Champions League. Which website are you using for planning? Oh yeah, this is fpl.team. So you write fpl.team and it'll take you to this. You put your ID in, and then you can see what your team looks like in the following game weeks. So I'll show you, for example, let me change this back. I think there's more viewers right now. So guys, if you want me to look at your team, just drop in the ID and I'll we can all check your team out for this week and the following weeks. But yeah, so let me show you my week. And you'll be surprised, I have a very low ID because I was clicking refresh just before the game launched. This is the lowest ID I've ever had. Last year, by the way, my ID was, oh, by the way, yeah, I'm 7 millionth because literally Watkins refuses to score. The whole team refuses to do anything. Van de Ven's on my bench. He decided to score. Yeah. Unlucky. But yeah, what was I saying? Last year, my ID was 10,000. I managed to get 10000. And I finished in the top 10k. Which is quite nice. This year is looking way harder because I think it was fine margins. It was like 50-50 decisions went wrong. Like, I was thinking Watkins or Pedro. João Pedro's not going to play all the minutes. Watkins could be on penalties. We still don't know, by the way. Pedro is definitely not going to be on penalties because there's Palmer, and apparently there's also Enzo. So imagine how many points I've lost just from that 50-50 decision. Like, nobody could tell for sure if Watkins or Pedro is going to do better than the other. And the other 50-50 decision was Sells or Sanchez. Sells, not a single clean sheet. Sanchez, like 2 or 3. What else? Oh yeah, I captained Cunha in game week 3 at home to Burnley. and he got injured in the first 20 minutes, even though he was looking super dangerous. So you need some luck in this game. You need some luck. You need some fortune, and that's hasn't been happening to me. By the way, I was gonna get Semenyo last week, but I got Mbeumo. And if you guys watched the United versus City game, how many goals could have Mbeumo scored? By the way, at least 2. At least 2. There was this crazy save from Donnarumma, and then Mbeumo also, like a few minutes later, missed a tap-in. But enough about my, you know, misfortunes. Let's look at the chat. Peter says, have 2 transfers, 550, 550. Okay, 1 second. Let me put that ID in. Should I take Semenyo? I guess it's going to be an easy answer, but let's look at your team. 5 millionth, that's perfect. Because everybody who really plays the game and follows everything, all the content creators, they're not doing that much better. They're not doing better at all, actually. So you're in a good spot. Okay, so you still have Ait Nouri. Did we get news on Ait Nouri this week? Let me just quickly check. Ait Nouri. Yeah. The hell, there's a lot of advertisements. What is this website? Is he playing or something? Oh yeah, there we go. Minor doubt, unspecified, possible return September 18th. That's like 2 days ago. So he might start. You have 2 free transfers. So let's see. You have Sanchez, Williams, Van de Ven, Ait Nouri. Let's say Ait Nouri doesn't play. I guess you should do this. Even though you have Wood. I guess not the end of the world. Or you can transfer Ait Nouri out. But I wouldn't transfer him out. Because look, next week, you'd have him. If he's fit, you'd have him at home to Burnley. So I wouldn't transfer him out just yet. Your midfield is Palmer, Salah, and Di. Reinders. Beautiful midfield in my opinion. And then Wood and Watkins. Your team is good to go, brother. I mean, the only downside is you having Ait Nouri. Yeah, I understand. Okay. I mean, you have to choose. Let's say Diouf, for example. Even though West Ham can't defend it to save their lives, but like you can do this. I wouldn't do anything. Also, how are you supposed to get Semenyo? You can't even get Semenyo. Because then you're gonna have to lose one of I don't know, Wirtz or Palmer. But why would you lose Wirtz just now at home to Everton? Semenyo's at home to Newcastle, which is a much tougher fixture. Peter, tell me, who do you think you could remove to get Semenyo? Is it Wirtz? Because I think you're thinking about Wirtz. Crazy saying Captain Watkins or Mateta. Definitely not Mateta. The reason is we just checked earlier in the stream. We checked what Glasner was saying, and Glasner was kind of giving indications that maybe Mateta might not play the entire 90 minutes. So it's good that you have him. If he does well, that's good. You get the points. But I think you should captain a player that you think is going to play the whole 90 minutes. And I think that should be Watkins, because Watkins didn't play in the midweek against Brentford. He played only 25 minutes, so he didn't start basically. So he should definitely be starting and finishing this game. Why do you not have Salah or something? By the way, if I had Haaland, even though it's away to Arsenal, I'll still captain Haaland. That's if I don't have Salah. If I had Salah, I'll captain Salah, of course. Peter says new center back plus Wirtz, I think. Okay, so you want to do this, and you want to get a new center back. Who are you thinking? So let's say you want to remove Diouf, and what is it? Get Senesi. I think Senesi's the best. I think. What do you guys think? Who do you guys think are the 3 best center backs in the game? Because I think they are Senesi, 100%. He's like, I'm not saying he's the best. He's in the top 3, 100%. Who are the other 2? Do you think it's... Let's see. Transfers, reset, defenders. Let's look at defensive contributions. It's definitely Senesi. Virgil. I think he got it last week as well. No, he didn't. I guess he got bonus points. Yeah, I think it's for Virgil. Virgil, Senesi, and maybe Shalaba, I'd say. Because he's attacking quite a lot. And maybe Lacroix as well. I think Lacroix, Senesi, Shalaba, Virgil. These, if you have 3 out of these 4, you're in very good hands. So, are you thinking of this, for example? But Newcastle are tough, man. But that's the thing about Senesi. Like, if, let's say they concede 1 goal. Let's say Newcastle win 1-0. Then Senesi has 4 points. That's amazing. 4 points is amazing. This guy is like a guaranteed defensive contributions. Magnet, whatever. Look at this. 12, 14, 14. Like, he only needs 10. And he's always getting at least 2 more. That's insane. And is he getting close to scoring, by the way? Only against Spurs. He hasn't been... You know, maybe they're not getting that many set pieces. I don't know what's going on. Peter says Romero or Senesi. Oh yeah, Romero as well. Romero's doing very, very well. But not maybe not in terms of defensive contributions. That's because Spurs are defending very, very well, I guess. So if we go here, Romero. How many is he getting close? Oh, he got it once against City, but he's not getting close, you know? Like, that's... I mean, it's understandable against West Ham, because West Ham weren't attacking at all, so he had no opportunity. But against Bournemouth, you'd think he should get it against Bournemouth. Burnley, okay. Yeah, no, Romero is good. Romero is good. Summon Lee says, start Raya or Dubravka? See, Raya's playing at home. Start Raya. What am I saying? Of course, start Raya. Dubravka should always be your bench player. Burnley are conceding a lot of chances. And when it comes to keepers, the only way they can get points is if they keep the clean sheet. Or they make saves, but... Like... I don't think... Like, because Arsenal's defense is so good... I think the likelihood of a clean sheet is equal to Dubravka's likelihood against Nottingham Forest. Because Arsenal's defense is amazing. And let's say both of them concede, both Raya and Dubravka. I think Raya is going to get a lot of saves, in my opinion. So will Dubravka. But then, if they're getting the same thing, then why not just keep or play the player that plays in the better defense? You know what I mean? Just start Raya. It's very easy. Don't get fancy. When it comes to goalkeepers, guys, stick to one goalkeeper and that's it. Just don't get fancy. Like, I have Cells and Dubravka. I'm always playing Cells. Always playing Cells. Because, you know, you sometimes get those games where, even like, let's say away to City or something, as you've seen last year, let's say when you... I'm not sure if you guys had Pickford, but you've seen Pickford get those 10, 11 pointers against... big teams. So you never know what's going to happen with goalkeepers. Always play them. Just keep them. Sometimes they, even if they're playing a super attacking team, what does that mean? That means that team is going to dribble more in the box. That means they're likely to get a penalty. And then you have your keeper who might be saving a penalty. Because once they save that penalty, that's it. That's like a guaranteed clean sheet. Because that's 5 points. It's like a clean sheet and a bonus point if you think about it. So yeah, when it comes to keepers, guys, choose one, stick with them. That's it. Don't think too much about it. And don't feel bad if Dubravka gets a clean sheet or he does well. Just, you know. And I know I'm saying this and I'm 8 millionth, but trust me, that's the best way to do it. That's what I did last year at least, and it got me top 10k, I guess. And many other content creators, by the way, I don't think they swap around goalkeepers. But yeah, guys, we're 9 minutes away from deadline. All I'm asking for this week is a little bit of luck. Like, I've held Watkins for 4 weeks. This is the 5th. Come on, logic says the guy, look at the guy. He's punishing me for this 50-50 decision. But like, look at his history. The guy always scores 15, 16 goals and like gets roughly 10 assists on average. Like 9, 8, 8, 18. Like, come on, Watkins, come on. I swear he was a better pick than Pedro. Pedro's two. By the way, João Pedro's 2 goals. Where, like, how did he get those goals? Corners. Imagine João Pedro, who's my height, and I'm not very tall, by the way. He got his goals from corners. And then like a shitty assist last week for Palmer. Yeah, the game requires a lot of luck, guys. It requires a lot of luck. But as long as you're taking the smart decision, things will work out. T-Tac says, worth the transfer? Reinders, who I'd have benched out for Rogers to start instead of JSL. Reinders, who I'd have benched out for Rogers. Gonna wildcard next week. So who are you transferring in exactly, T-Tac? It's quite confusing. So who do you have right now? And who are you willing to transfer in? Samuel says, tough choosing 3 defenders. Munoz, Poro, Cucurella, Senesi, Goodmanson. Who do you start? Senesi, for sure. I'm starting him in my team, at least. Munoz, for sure. Poro or Cucurella? So Munoz and Senesi 100%. Poro or Cucurella? Poro away to Brighton, Cucurella away to Manchester United. Poro. I'd say Poro. T-Tac says, Rogers in for Reinders and I'll start him instead of... Oh, you want to transfer Rogers in? I haven't seen a lot of people that are transferring Aston Villa players in. That's the first. Why? I mean, away to Sunderland and then he has Fulham and then Burnley is technically on paper. It's not the most terrible decision. You know what? Like, FPL is about taking risks. And if Aston Villa are gonna score, like, you think it's gonna be this week, right? That's my belief. Imagine they don't score 5 games in a row. I don't think it's gonna happen. So I understand how you're thinking. You're like, come on, 5 weeks in a row, surely they're gonna get something. And we don't have a lot of options in midfield. You're thinking, let me take a punt this week. I'm wildcarding next week. Yeah, I understand how you're thinking. But if you want to take a punt this week, is Rogers the best choice? Yeah, I guess he's one of the best choices, I guess. Maybe Xavi Simmons, however you pronounce his name. Yeah, no, Rogers, I guess you could. Yeah, why not? Could also just do JSL to Watkins. I'd prefer Watkins over Rogers personally. Oh, you got Xavi already. Yeah. Just quickly, Peter says, I keep Verts and Nuri. I just take Richards in. Oh, that's what you did. Oh yeah, Richards is a good choice. He's 4.5. He's cheap. He keeps defensive contributions. He has okay fixtures going forward. Decent, not that good, but like he's cheap, so I guess he's a good choice. Saupa says bench boost with Senesi, King, Dewsbury Hall, and Dubravka. Dewsbury Hall away to Liverpool. King, you mean the Fulham King? At home to Brentford. Senesi and Dubravka. I'm not sure about Dewsbury Hall and King. That's the thing. King, he's not playing 90 minutes. Is he? Nah, 76, 70, 66, 59. I wouldn't bench boost. I'd be a little bit patient, Supa. Just be a little bit patient, and you'll get better opportunities, I think, down the line. Don't rush it. Yeah. But yeah, guys, if you haven't liked the stream, please like it. It really helps me out. If you found it like enjoyable or useful, like it. If you didn't, then don't like it. You're not forced to do anything. Yeah, and subscribe if you like. But yeah, so let's go back. T-Tac saying GSL to Watkins. I mean, who do you believe is gonna score more, Watkins or Rogers? Because it looks like you're set on one of them. Watkins is a striker, so always go for the striker, I guess. And he might be on penalties. We still don't know if he's on penalties, by the way. We don't know if he's on penalties because Aston Villa haven't even gotten anything so far, which is shocking. I know I keep saying it, but I'm still very shocked. Yeah, thanks guys. Thanks for the love. 11 likes. I really appreciate it. I think that's the most amount of likes I've gotten on a deadline stream. So it's very much appreciated. But yeah, guys, so going back to my team, just give you the summary. I'm not using any transfers. I'm praying that Mateta starts. Otherwise, I think it'll be Diouf coming on. Actually, let me do this. Am I gonna regret this? Let me do this. Let me have Esteve first. I'd rather Burnley at home to Nottingham. Yeah, so no transfers, guys. Captain Salah, vice captain Watkins. Yeah, I know I have 2 United players. I support United and I think they'll do good. They'll do well. They're attacking very well. Last week, Bueno should have had at least 2 goals. At least 2 goals. I was just a little bit unfortunate. And yeah, guys, we're saving the transfer because next week we're gonna be getting Haaland. Hopefully everybody's ready. We got 3 more minutes, guys. Let's check the other YouTubers. Captain Salah. Wow, his team looks gorgeous. I love Andy's team. And he's putting Senesi on the bench. That's because he has so many good defenders. He doesn't even need to play Senesi. Yeah, he did a very good wild card, I guess. I'm surprised he got Fernandes on that wild card, to be fair, but he's also a United fan like me, and we're both we're both a little bit biased. Let's check FPL Focal. One of my good friends. Let's see. Salah captain, of course. Gakpo, Fernandes. Oh, he still has Rodgers and Watkins. What's his rank? Where's his rank? I can't even see his rank. Oh, 4.5 million. Yeah, we're all doing terribly. He has 215 points. How many do I have? 187. Yeah, he's 30 points above me. Sanchez, Anderson, Porro, Romero, Murillo. I think he's rolling. Yeah, he has 2 free transfers. I think he's rolling. He's saying he just wants them to get him anything, like Rodgers and Watkins. Yeah, me too, brother. Me too. Let's see who else. Let's just write FPL. FPL Harry, of course. 4.8. See, I'm telling you guys, all the content creators, everybody is doing badly. It's just been... People have been unfortunate. Like Watkins and Rodgers, like they should have done something in the first 4 game weeks. It's just... Not fair, of course. It's just very unlucky. Who's his captain Salah? Everybody's captain Salah. He has Agbadu, Anderson. Yeah, his team is looking gorgeous, by the way. I'm loving his team. Gorgeous. His bench is amazing. Oh, he's bench boosting. Oh, nice. He's bench boosting. Dubravka, Porro, Senesi, Reinders. That's a gorgeous bench, by the way. That's a very nice bench. Yeah, he's saying his goodbyes. I guess maybe I should do the same. Yeah, guys. So this is the team. Deadline has passed, by the way. So good luck to you guys. Good luck to me. Good luck to everybody. Good luck to Aston Villa. To Emery, who might lose his job, I guess, if he doesn't score for 5 games in a row. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you, again, not to sound like I'm begging, but if you haven't like the stream, please, it really helps me out. If you haven't subscribed, then subscribe. And good luck this game week. Hopefully you guys knock it out of the park and you get 100 points or more even. Okay, guys, good luck, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care. Bye bye.